Hello Internet, my name is Henriette, and today I will show you the difference between Garry's mod and S&Box. If you're unfamiliar, Garry's mod is a sandbox game where you can literally do anything. You can pick up like game modes, you can download a bunch of add-ons, and just have fun in general. S&Box is a successor to Garry's mod, which is trying to do the same thing, except its own focus is more on developing game modes. Both of them are made by Facepunch Studios, or in other words, Garry Newman, which is, the creator of Gmod and S&Box. But one question still remains. Which one is better and what's the difference between those two games? Because S&Box is not even out yet. It's very rare to get that game in early access, and I am very lucky to have that game in my Steam library. And you know what's funny? I actually have more hours on S&Box than in Garry's mod. But does that mean that S&Box is actually better? Well, let's find out. We're gonna analyze all the aspects of both of the games and find out which one wins the most points. Alright, so from this point on, I'm just gonna talk about from my own heart, basically without a script. I mean, I didn't have a script during the voiceover part, but basically I'm gonna just talk about things live while I'm playing Garry's mod and just showcasing what you can do in the game. Alright, so starting off with the main menu. So, we have like the classic start new game, find multiplayer game add-ons, etc. Like a good old fashioned, basically any video game ever, unless you're playing Modern Warfare 2, but whatever. So, how can you actually create a game? Well, you click start new game and you choose a map of your choice, and when you choose it, you can either play single player or with friends. And when you're clicking with friends, you can like adjust way more things too. So before I start a game, I also want to show how you can change a game mode or how you can like join any other multiplayer server. So basically in the corner here you have S&Box, you click it, you have other game modes. So, these are not all the game modes. You can download more in the add-ons tab. So I do have a couple like Prop Hunt, I have Stop It Slender, Trouble with Terrorist Hunt, and this very Gailala type game, but we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. Don't worry. Alright, so how do we find a multiplayer game? Well, we can click Find Multiplayer Game, and here's a list of all the servers that are running like a bunch of different game modes. For example, Dark RP, Cinema, S&Box, Trouble in Terrorist Hunt, Prop Hunt. Alright, we have more stuff. We have add-ons, which is basically the place where you will download your mods. Also, I do get PTSD of this. Oh, fuck, no. Why did it spawn down there? I'm not gonna explain why. You have to watch my streams to understand. Anyway, in order to download mods or maps or game modes or whatever, you have to either go to like trending or top rated. And you basically, click, I don't know. Let's say you want fish in GM construct. You click install, then this funny screen is gonna appear, and there you go, you installed it. Be careful what you install. So I'm not sure I don't think you can get a virus from this. I mean, this is Steam Workshop, so it's pretty safe. But if you want to find a high quality mod, just be on the lookout of the ratings. So you see this guy has over 1,000 ratings, which generally means it's pretty good. So yeah, and this is top rated of all of the add-ons in the entire game. So if you want, for example, only game modes, just click game modes, and then you can get like fun, like you can get prop hunt and stuff. So you can also get maps, you can get liminal maps because those are popular recently. New types of weapons, you can get tools, and you get the point anyway. So let's go back and we're gonna check out dupes. These are more like like creations that you make in S&Box itself. These are less useful as they are just, creations by the community. Saves are kind of useless, and demos are, I think, videos of people playing the game in general. So, your most time will be mostly spent looking around in the add-ons or playing with friends, which is, usual. Alright, so now we're gonna start a game. We're gonna start it in S&Box, and we're gonna obviously do it in construct. So let's play the game and let's start the game. Alright, in this portion of the video I will show you S&Box, which is the successor of Garry's mod. One notable thing I will say is that this game is unfinished and I have early access to it. It's not that Garry Newman gave me the key. You can get a key on like their site. I don't know what the site is. I will put it on the screen right now, but that's where you will get the key. I got this game in 2021, and I believe somewhere in October or maybe November. The reason why I got it is I actually don't know. I was extremely lucky. Basically, I entered the. I really want to make maps. I really want to make maps in Source 2. Oh yeah, I'm going to talk about the engine and stuff. But I really want to make game modes and maps for this game in the future when I have more time. So when you launch S&Box, so this is gonna be very crucial because S&Box has VR. So if you have a VR headset, you can play S&Box in VR. Note that you can also play Garry's mod in VR, but I think Garry's mod in VR is only an add-on, but they added an actual integrated feature in this, so which is pretty cool. Alright guys, I have to remind you that this game is in early access, and what you're seeing here essentially means it's not gonna be probably in the final release, because this menu changed like 3 times as I remember, like when I was playing. Alright, so you might be thinking, what the hell is this? And you'll be correct. Alright, so they changed this menu a lot, so I have to go through it by myself too. So this is, I guess, the main S&Box menu. Over here you can get popular games, like a list of popular games. Obviously the first one is S&Box, then you have Half-Life Source 2, and you have other game modes, I guess. And yes, you have Team Fortress 2. Where's CSGO in Source 2? I need CSGO in Source 2. Alright, so we have a, chat, global, I don't know what the hell that means. I really don't know. I guess if you're making your own party, which you can do if you click show friends list, I think you can invite people to your own party and play together. But since I don't have anyone on S&Box, I mean, nobody literally has S&Box. It's so rare to get it. I can't really test this feature. Apparently there's also emojis. One of them doesn't work. I mean, there's a lot of things that don't work in this game because it's early access, but I'm sure when this game releases, it's gonna be in a very stable state. I'm not saying that this game is bad. I will show you some cool things. Before I get into games and, other settings, I want to show you the avatar, and you will be pleasantly surprised or disappointed. So, yes, this is actually the player's avatar. So, you might be pleasantly surprised. Why is my character doing this? So, this is the main character of S&Box. It's literally, people call it the sausage man. Because, if I remove all of the things, things on my character, this is what you get. You get this awful looking sausage man. Jesus Christ. And yes, he's naked by default. I don't like this. I don't like this, but don't worry, there's a solution, guys. Unfortunately, in most games, this is going to be the default character, but with the games you make, you can actually change this player model to be completely different. It doesn't have to be this model. But in most games, they're probably going to use this as their base model. But just keep that in mind. Also, I have to put my skin back. I don't know what I had. Oh, shit. But you do have quite a bit of customization. All these customizables, by the way, are completely free. Even though there's, like, customizables, I don't think there's going to be, like, microtransactions in the game. I don't think there's going to be microtransactions at all. If they add them, I will be very disappointed, just because of the fact that this game is made for people to make games in S&Box, and it's a very big deal because S&Box is made in Source 2. Alright, now I'm gonna show you another tab. I'm not gonna click games yet and stuff. I'm gonna click this UI tests, and this is basically showing people how you can do this certain thing, like how you can make UI in this game. Most of the UI is actually made in CSS, I think, I'm not sure, because most of these things are very similar with CSS. And I would say it's very, very useful for developers because, if they want to make a game in Source 2, they gotta have like a base model. And I'm pretty sure devs can add their own presets for, for easy to use. Alright, now I'm gonna talk about games. So this is where you actually find your own games. I'm pretty sure these are like the most popular. Yeah, sort by popular, then we have sort by trending, sort by newest, sort by updated. You also have like different categories. You also have a server list, which is, server list, and settings, which is not that important, I would say, because, you have various different games. I would say this is the most interesting part, because you can delete unused assets to clear up storage, I guess. I'm not sure what the hell this is. Either this is like cache or either this is RAM usage, but I think it's cache because it literally says cache and storage, which is very useful because this game stores data very differently than Garry's mod. Garry's mod, when you download mods, it actually saves them up, but in this game, it's temporarily stored and then they get deleted later, which is a good and bad thing. I would say it's good if you have a good internet connection, but it's pretty bad if you have a bad internet connection, because that means you have to re-download stuff over and over again. So let's try out S&Box and see how that goes. Or actually, I want to show you the process how you create your own game. So you can either join a game that says 11 people playing right now, or you can click game details. When you create your own lobby, you can choose like the amount of players you want in your lobby. You can also change the title, make it joinable or public. You can also make it that, you know, only your friends can join this, but I'm gonna make it joinable, so maybe someone can join in my game. You can choose a game mode here or a map. I believe you can change the map too, but they changed the UI, so I don't remember. You have map browser. Okay, that's where you choose it. So obviously I'm gonna choose construct, but I will show you some other maps that I believe are really good, like office, for example. And you also have, like, if you want to change a game mode, that's where you can do it too. And over here, you can browse assets, and assets are very special in this game, because since you're allowed to make your own games, people can make assets for their own games too. So you have painkiller weapons, for example, and if I click select, you see add-ons, painkiller weapons. So I can add you know, add-ons. There's not much like you know, assets here, but we'll get a couple of them, like spinning rat. I think when this game, you know, becomes public for people to play, I think it's gonna be there's gonna be way more assets than this, so you know. Alright, this part is gonna showcase the game mode S&Box. I also want to show you like that installed mod that I did, like the fish and GM construct. I hope it works because I never tried the mod myself, but it seems like it's highly rated. Actually, I should probably show you the controls. If you hold Q, what happens is that this menu shows up. You can spawn any prop in the game. Or actually, these props are from Half-Life, maybe Counter-Strike, Portal. So how you select those is that you see the construction props, that those are usually in the game itself. You know, it really depends what you have in your computer. If you don't have Portal, for example, these props will not be in your add-on library or whatever it's called, spawn list. So for example, I have Team Fortress 2 installed, and I can spawn heavy, for example, or something like that, or 2 heavies. Alright, so we have a new gun. So usually by default you get Half-Life 2 guns, but you also get this tool gun, I think it's called, and you get a, let me find it, you get like this blue gravity gun, and this blue gravity gun lets you hold characters as you please. In order to move them forward and backwards, you use the mouse, and if you wanna like freeze them, you right click, but if you wanna rotate them, you hold R, or sorry, E, you hold E, and then you can rotate them around. And you can also do this, wait. Heavy's actually heavy in this game. Okay, there it is. Alright, so you can throw things around, very fun. Like, if you wanna spawn stuff from your add-ons, you click here, add-ons, and you download stuff. I don't really usually recommend this with add-ons. I usually recommend, if you wanna get add-ons, they usually spawn over here. And I have this gun. Oh, that was fun. Let's see the fish in oh, there's actually fish here. Wow, this is pretty crazy, guys. There's actually fish in GM Construct. The modder wasn't lying, and now this map is 2% better. Alright, I think you just get the point. You can build, like, you know, flying machines, rockets, because you have like thrusters and wheel tools, which I don't have a clue how to use, but I have a couple of friends who do. I literally have a guy with 2,000 hours in this game, and I don't know how you can spend this much time in this game. Alright, now we're gonna start the game. We added a couple of assets here. Alright, so now we're in the game, and we have a couple items. So fizz gun. Alright, so the fizz gun is the same as the gun in Garry's mod. You also have gravity gun, which is, you know, a gravity gun. I just have to break something. So you have tool gun. So the default tool is box shooter. I'm not sure why. I guess they want to show the cool physics in Source 2. So here's the fizz gun. You can do, it's literally the same controls, you know, Garry's mod, but one notable difference is that you can also move players around. In Garry's mod, you cannot move players with fizz gun. I guess there is a feature, like, there's probably an, an add-on in Garry's mod where you can do that. But in this game, you can do that to other players. What you can also do to other players is resize them. Oops, I used the wrong thing. So you can resize them, but you can also resize other props. I think there's a limit how big they can be. But yeah, this is the max. So it's pretty much like 3 times as the original size. Alright, so over here we have models. You might be very disappointed. Okay, like what the hell is this? Compared to Garry's mod, this game has way less props and stuff. That's because, again, this game is not finished. They're planning to basically rebuild, S&Box as a game mode, That's why there's not much tools or models. Utility button doesn't even work, guys. Like, this game is literally unfinished. And this was the state of S&Box for, like, very long. Like, I remember playing this in 2021, and it was very similar. I guess they changed a lot of, like the most notable things I can tell you guys. So if I click models, this is the actual list of models you can put. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's a lot of items here. So we can add this model from CS:GO, and we can move him around. The physics in this game, since this is a different engine, this game probably has better physics than Source 1, because it's it's way less buggy than the old 2004 engine. I mean, I'm not saying that the physics are bad in Source, but I would say they're more revised and stuff. Or at least, when you place models, I didn't install these models, by the way. These models are, in a separate, quote-unquote, workshop page called Asset Party. And that's where people can, put their own models and assets. Asset Party is kind of like Face Punch's, workshop place. Alright, we have other stuff like entities. I'm not sure what the hell this is, but we'll spawn it. Oh, my game froze. I hope it doesn't crash. Alright guys, the game crashed because, I basically loaded up a add-on or something that didn't work. Keep in mind that this game is not finished. So this is why I have a lot of crash and stuff and a lot of problems. I'm gonna spawn another add-on. I hope it works. Alright, there we go. Alright, it seems like I spawned another add-on and it didn't crash. This is different than models because entities actually have a function. Alright, this is the classic Portal music. And you know what's interesting? If I do this, sound changes differently. I don't know what that's called in physics. I'll put it on the screen. But basically, that's how audio should sound if, you have a object moving really fast. And you have NPCs, which is, NPCs. This is the future of gaming. Look at this little guy. Oh yeah, if you press C on your keyboard, you can go to third person. Alright, right now I'm gonna talk about, like the construct map itself. So this map is going to be your first map that you're gonna load when you're playing Garry's mod. And what is interesting here, so I'm gonna go to no clip, so it lets me fly around. So this map is pretty big. I mean, it's not the biggest map you will ever see, but it's, I would say it's like medium size, average size. What we have is that the quarter of the map is literally a lake. So I guess this is like a swimming, area. You can try like vehicles, like airboat, and it would probably work. So you have that. You have this random ass building. I'm not sure. Like, what's the point of this building? This is probably the most useless building. But that's okay. They just wanted, to have more variety. I think they wanted to have, like, another building from this side and then another building from that side. And maybe you would, use this weapon to just shoot players from the other side. I think that was the idea. But I don't know. This building is kind of crap, I guess. Alright, getting into this garage area. So this is the spawn area, guys, by the way. So this is where you will spawn when you start up this map. And you would either go here or explore the outwards area. So let's go in the garage. So, it looks pretty creepy, but there's a creepier area in this game, or map. So yeah, that's pretty much the garage area. I'm not sure what the hell this corridor is, or whatever the hell it's called, hallway. So, that's pretty odd. Alright, we have this random area, but this is like a, I guess it looks like a place where you would like put balls and it would roll down, I guess. And this too. So you have this in another building, which is also useless. Also, I don't know what the hell this one is. Oh, wait. I can't believe this, guys, but I haven't played. I mean, I did play this map for a lot of hours, but I didn't know you can enter like buildings and there's like I didn't know there was different like actual floors modeled in. So I apologize. Maybe I should have like written a script for this. But this building doesn't have that, definitely. Again, I think that this top area is supposed to count like, you know, if you're having a battle with friends. I'm guessing this is like supposed to be where you're going to shoot your friends from this other building. I'm guessing. I'm just not sure. So we have this door too. I'm gonna come out of there later. But first I'm gonna show you this area. And if I go here, there's a super dark area over there, which seems very creepy. And there's also this area. Alright, so you might maybe wondering what the hell is this. So this is the white room. So this is where, I guess you can use your color tool. So I'm not sure where that. Yeah, you can use your color tool, and you can like color this area and maybe make a green screen or something, like a funny green screen. Just a very useful thing, actually. All right, so oops, I should probably stop doing that. All right, so this is the mirror room, and you can see yourself in the reflection. I guess that's the entire point of it, and I'm not sure what the hell this part is. So that's the light room. And now we're going to go to the dark room, the very scary dark room that people, you know, talk about. Alright, are you guys ready to get jump scared? Because I'm not. You know, first time playing this, I would be super terrified if I were you. Luckily, you can see some light over there, so you obviously would head that way. And what would you find is some staircases. And you would lead to outside again. And you remember this door that was, you know, where I showed you guys that I will come out. So, this is basically the entire map. You also have this building, but, you know, it's just like this building, I guess. One thing to show you guys, and if you look closely to this lake, you'll find something very suspicious. Okay, I'm guessing this is like, you know, a credits room, because have all these people contributing to this map. And this 13 means it's like a 13th version of Construct. And I don't know what the hell this doll is. I guess there's some lore. Lol. I think it's time to show you guys, you know, Construct. Like the new Construct. This is actually the, you know, the map's name. It's Construct. This is going to be the first map you load in when you try out S&Box. And let's go to the dark room. So this is a way less scary version of the dark room. If I go over here, this is basically a dark room, and as you can see, it's actually way smaller than the original, tool gun. So if I use lights, I can exactly see, you know, the area. You know what's interesting? Like they made like Source 2 engine has way better lighting in my opinion. It's like really super smooth and stuff. All right, now we're gonna go back here and we're going to go to the light room. And holy crap, that's actually super light. I don't know if the color tool works. We'll try it. No, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like color entity works. I think it only works on entities. So if I put like, if I color you, yeah, you work. So this is, I think this is an unfinished tool. I think they're gonna change how the color tool works. Oh, you can also color windows. Oh yeah, speaking of windows, since this is a Source 2, you can break it, and it does, you know, it's basically a slightly more realistic. Also rope physics too. I think they're pretty good. All right, we have this golden thread. We have golden thread, and if I go over here, there's nothing. But interesting thing about this area is that it has reverb. It has a different, like, you know, it has different audio. So if I go and get my radio over here, it's, you know, slightly, I would say it's slightly like more reverb. Oh, I just colored my radio. But if I put this radio behind this wall, You see how the radio sounds right now? That's how it's supposed to sound, because in Source 1 you would just straight up hear it. But in Source 2, there's realistic audio emitters, I would say. Alright, so another thing I want to show you guys is, the destruction of construct. Unfortunately, they removed the car. They didn't remove the car entity because they're reworking on this game mode. But you can pretty much destroy anything you want. So for example, you can shoot anything you want pretty much, like this bench over here. And if you shoot it enough, it breaks down, and this trash can, and this wall over here. Oh, I don't have the car like to showcase you guys, but they removed it. They literally removed the car, so I can't really show you how it looks like. But the destruction of construct is actually very satisfying. Over here we have this Lily Street Park. You can also break these windows and destroy it however you want. I mean, it's an actual like parking lot and stuff. And over here you have this part too. Over here you have some warehouse area, and there's actually reflections here. And if I put literally anything, it actually depicts the reflections accurately. If I could, I mean, I can put anything really. And the reflections are actually very, very good. Like, look at that. Also, look at this lighting. It's pretty crazy what Source 2 can actually do to the game. It's pretty nuts. And I think this is the entirety of construct. I don't really have to show you, it's standard construct. Also, yeah, one thing I guess. You have this boarding park area, and you have this water. And this water is very interesting. Because what I can do is I can spawn. Let's spawn like anything literally, and there's like water physics, realistic water physics when I move this trash can, and it's actually very satisfying to look at. I didn't expect that to break. Holy crap! What did I mean break? Did it break this fence or something? Wait, really? Oh yeah! Look at that! Look at that! Like, I'm telling you guys, that the destruction in this game is very satisfying. And I'm not sure why it's made out of cardboard boxes, but that's okay. It's sandbox. It's not broken. It's not broken. Don't worry. Alright guys, now I'm gonna show you guys another map, and that is Office. Office from CS. So let's just start up a new game, and yeah, this is gonna happen a lot. You will have to download the map, the entirety of the map, and it could be in gigabytes because it's Source 2. It does have more map info, but when you download it, it's absolutely worth it because the maps look gorgeous. Because if you're doing them right. I'm gonna talk about maps while this is downloading. So basically, maps are made in Hammer 2, and Hammer 2 is a tool for map making in Source 2, and the amount of tools that is given to you in S&Box is insane. If you're comparing this game to Half-Life Alyx, which is also a game in Source 2, this game gives you way more tools than Half-Life Alyx. It gives you more dev tools, basically. I'm not really informative of what tools you get, but you do definitely get more tools. And a huge bonus, with maps is that you can make infinite maps. You can make maps in infinite sizes. You can even make procedurally generated maps. I mean, I'm sure that's possible in Garry's mod, but the possibilities when you have like the infinite map is just crazy to me. I think this is my favorite map in S&Box for now. And I think this map is, it's also way more optimized than Construct in my opinion. I would say this map is mostly made for prop hunt, which, is another game mode I will talk about. Because, look at this, I can pick any prop I want, and it will actually move everything. Even this chair is a prop. Even these boxes, even this, and this, and this, and this. This isn't the prop, but, I don't know if you can shoot it down to get... Oh, oops. But there's a crazy, amount of, props you can play around with. It's pretty insane. And this map is actually extremely detailed. I think this is the map I should have probably showcased in the beginning. Because look at that. It's actually insane how many props there are. Oh yeah, and here's a cool Easter egg. This is basically Hammer 2 that I was talking about earlier. This is how it pretty much looks like. And I think this is the map of Office. Oh yeah, and another thing I want to show you guys with Source 2. There's this projector, I guess, and if I put my gun over this projector, or the light, you can see the presentation over it. And here's the very cool part. You can move the projector, and you can basically make custom lights. You can make images as lights. So this is basically showing the possibilities of the Source 2 engine. I'm not sure if you can do that on Garry's mod, but you know. And it's very accurate too. It's insane how accurate this is. Whenever I'm looking at this map, it really reminds me of that, you know, CSGO needs Source 2, because look at this. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Also, what the hell are these areas? Like, this game, or at least this map, has a lot of hidden areas that are extremely detailed. Like, if I go over here, there are walls on all other sides, and like, I don't know like how they even managed to do that. Like, look at this outdoor area. Like, what the hell is this? There's even a wall over here. There's like, it's so crazy detailed. And yeah, this is basically the CT area, and holy crap, I think this is the best version of Office that I ever seen. Seriously, they actually did remaster this map a lot. Also, look at this reflection. It's really accurate. By the way, these are not ray traced reflections. I don't know if they're possible in Source 2. I think they are, but I don't think they're integrated in this game. And this is the other side of the area. I'm not sure what the hell this is. Like, there's some random park area. And you know, it's crazy detailed. Like, I just can't express it. And I think this is the best map in S&Box. Like, I don't know, it's very crazy. I would say I would like to thank Backscratch for, you know, making this map, because this is very, very, very good. All right, now you know the map construct. It's time to move on other game modes. Note that I can't really, you know, show you like all of the game modes that are inside the game, but I can show you some like important game modes, I guess. Alright, we're back in the menu. So I do have a couple of installed games. So we do have Prop Hunt, which is basically, you know, you're a prop and you're trying to escape from hunters. You have Trouble in Terrorist Town, which is basically Among Us before Among Us. Or I'm kidding, you have Murder too. That's also like more like Among Us, I guess. So you also have Hide and Seek, which is basically like Prop Hunt, except you can't turn into a prop, you just hide from the murderer, I guess. You also have Half-Life Co-op, which is basically, you know, I mean, I don't have Half-Life Co-op, but I have the Half-Life 2 campaign, which is basically playing Half-Life 2 with your friends or something, which is a really nice way to do it. You have Stop It Slender, which is one guy's a Slenderman and the other guys collect pages to escape. So you have a bunch of these game modes. Yeah, the Five Nights at Freddy's too. So you have a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's game modes. And it's generally, you just have a lot of freedom inside this game. And there's a lot of cool people, you know, developing these things. I have to mention something. These game modes are made in Lua code. If you don't know what Lua is, just think of it as a language that people use in Roblox to make their own games. So this is the same thing. People use Lua to make game modes inside this. Or I don't know, like weapons and stuff. It doesn't matter. Everything is made in Lua, except for the actual game code. Alright, I think it's time to show you guys some new game modes that this game offers. Alright, I'll show you a couple of games. So we have Strafe, you know, basically strafing in Counter-Strike or something like that. And this is a custom game mode because, you see, I don't have the entity menu anymore and stuff like that. I'm not sure, like, how you start this. Oh, this is what people can make. This is the strengths of, you know, S&Box, because you can make your own, like, game modes. And this is a custom game mode made by somebody. I don't know how to surf, so I apologize for my skills. Because I'm really terrible. Oh, shit. Alright, we have Jumper, which is I think this is a clone of Jump King, which is, you know, a rage game. Except this game is like a 3D game. By the way, keep in mind, I'm just playing random games that are popular currently. So this is not, I'm not showcasing like the best possible games or whatever. These are just, you know, games that people have made in general. So yeah, this is basically a Jump King version of, you know, in S&Box. Another game we have is Zombified World, which is basically, I guess it's similar to Left 4 Dead. Oh yeah, the game saved for me, so I did play this before. And basically defend against the waves of, you know, zombies. You can also get this guy and buy, I don't know, health kits, I guess, and ammo. Obviously in this game you have to shoot down zombies. And if you're curious, like, about player models, don't worry, you can make your own in your own games. So if I go to this game mode called Half-Life Source 2, you can literally, you're literally Gordon Freeman from Half-Life 1. Alright, so this is Half-Life 2 Source 1. It has, like, all of the, you know, Half-Life weapons. You know, there's a custom like options tab. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it with the, you know, the main menu basically. Alright, I can say some things about this game. So basically this game is made on Source 1, specifically using the Half-Life 2 engine to, you know, to make this game. This game, I don't know when it was first in development. It is either 2005 or 2006, and it came definitely a long way. This game is still getting updates, as you can see in January 2023, and they're doing bug fixes, and I can, you know, see other updates. And it's quite insane that they're still updating the game, you know, which is a very good way to say, yes, we're still, you know, fixing some bugs, we're still, you know, working on the game. This game is almost like 2 decades old. Just imagine that. Or at least Half-Life 2, which is pretty crazy. Another thing to mention is that this game uses Source 1. I think I talked about this before, or, you know, it's a pretty knowledgeable thing. Source 1 is a very, very good engine, but it is getting outdated. The problem with the engine is that the map size, for example, you cannot turn it into infinite maps. You can't make infinite maps in Garry's mod. You can only make them up to 65,000 units, I believe. I don't know if I can show you in this video what that looks like, but I mean, it is pretty big, but you can't make infinite maps. And what people do is that they put maps on top of each other to make them larger. But you know, S&Box obviously has a better upper hand on this topic. And since this is made in Source 1, you also use Hammer, which is, you know, a tool to make maps. And Hammer 1 is outdated, seriously. It looks like a program from Windows XP. Like, I used Hammer, I do have experience with Hammer. Not in Garry's mod though, I made maps in CSGO. So, I already talked about this map in my other videos, so if you want to check that out, please click, you know, the link in the top right, I guess. And what are my thoughts on this game? Well, this game is amazing. I think you should get it. I think every user on Steam should have this game. You know, it's very fun, and you can do so much in the game. It's literally a sandbox. I mean, that's what the game applies. It's not even a game. You just, you know, do whatever the fuck you want. Like, there is no ending to this. Or if you ever get bored in this game, you just go to the add-ins tab, you scroll for pages, or you go to workshops page or something like that, and you just download items, new add-ons to try out, and new mods, which is, you know, pretty crazy. And I think this is one of the best Source games. I mean, there's really no bad Source games, right? Oh, okay. What? I had full health. How did that kill me?
You fucked up my face.
Alright, that's it for Garry's mod. I hope you understood what the game is all about. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So what do you think about this game? I think this game is pretty good. It has a lot of fun game modes. I should have probably shown other game modes like Hover, or Super Tumble, or Team Fortress 2, or Deathmatch 98. But you have other videos. I would like to promote this guy and this guy, because they've been making S&Box videos since, I don't know, January of 2021. So I guess, you know, it's actually, you know, not bad. I think this game, when it comes out, it will be really successful because, you know, they made Garry's mod, they made Rust. So I think they're going to be very successful regarding that. And yes, I know what you're thinking. You may be saying, okay, is this Roblox on Source 2? Yes, it actually is. But that gives a lot of benefits. I've heard that Garry said that you can earn money in, you know, by making game modes, and I'm not sure how that's gonna work out, because, you know, as you saw, I played Half-Life on Source 2, or at least in this game, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work out. I don't think you can make money off of that, but maybe if you make original games, maybe you can make money off of them. And I'm hoping that the monetization practices won't be annoying, you know, because that would be bad. But it's a really nice way of Face Punch to, you know, give back to the community, and, you know, this is a very, very cool way to give back to the community. Overall, I would say, I can't really rate this game based on, you know, this is a beta, like, this is clearly unfinished, but, you know, the idea behind it, you know, the expanded idea of Garry's mod itself is basically S&Box, it's basically this game, and it's really, really cool what they've done here. And honestly, I really can't wait to see more. So yeah, that's my opinion on Garry's mod, S&Box. I really want to call it Garry's mod too, but, you know, this is a new IP. Alright, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this boring video, and also, we are really close to 30k subscribers, and if you could get me there, I would be very happy. In return, I will make a very special video on a sequel on bad mappers. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Welcome to the House of Misery. May I take your order?